Big interview here on SMX Insider. We are bringing one of the heads of MX Sports Pro Racing that runs the Pro Motocross Championship, Davey Coombs, who I work with very closely on the Racer X side of the media game. But yeah, it's time to put the race organizer hat on. But Davey, here's the thing that would probably surprise people about you. This is the National American Motocross Championship, but you are as big a fan of old school and new school MXGP racing from probably any American I know for the most part. And you always seem to gravitate when Jean-Michel Bale comes over or Sebastian Tortelli or Greg Albertine. I think you always like that storyline and get to know those guys. So we have now a Jorge Prado sighting. He's been testing. He's been ready. Won the last two MXGP World Championships. What's it like and what do you think of him coming over to race here?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on. Really excited to see Jorge Prado on an American track. I've been lucky enough to see him at the Destinations a few times. And man, we didn't get a real glimpse of his potential in Supercross because before he could learn it, obviously he was injured. But now I think that he's going right into where he's most comfortable. And it could go the way Jeffrey Hurlings went back in 2017, or it could not go so good. But I think that he's definitely looking forward to this, probably more so than he was at Anaheim. And it definitely adds something to the series. And we're glad to have a multi-time champion like that here.
When you think about Jorge coming over, there are other riders coming too. Benoit Paturel. We hear rumors that Valentin Guillot is going to race some. Mikkel Harup is going to be a standout, I believe, in the 250 class. And you think about how that's gone back and forth. Some riders have gone to Europe. I think more likely they're coming to America. But, you're obviously so heavily involved in this Pro Motocross Championship. When you think about that dynamic and how it's gone for so many years, how do you view that now? Because it's changed a lot. The exodus of the Marvin Muscans and Ken Roxons and all those riders has slowed a bit. Do you think that's going to pick back up anytime soon as far as those riders coming to America?
Well, I think there's two answers to that question. Why are they coming here and why aren't more Americans going the other way, which I also miss. It's weird. I remember going to Europe back in the 90s, and there was like 7 or 8 Americans in the 125 or 250 GPs. But I think that, honestly, the lure of Supercross and now the Super Motocross World Championships, I think that a lot of riders see it. They watch everything, on Peacock, SMX Insider, everything on the international feed. Now it's in French and Spanish, and those draw people. They spread the attention. If you're a racer and you can come to America, race 31 races with the prize money and the bonuses and everything that's available. It's quite a draw. If you're an elite guy and you can ride Supercross, this is the place to be.
One other topic for you, we'll tackle it a little more in depth in this show, but it is the return of WMX with 6 rounds, 3 in the West, 3 in the East, last 3 of the series. To give us an idea of why last year that championship came back and why it's being taken to a higher level for 2025.
Well, first of all, one of the unfortunate victims of the fact that we went to a one-day program was being able to have the WMX. It didn't necessarily fit, the day before, at least at that time. But we've been expanding the Friday program with things like the Moto Combines and SMX Next and extended press days. And there is room for the WMX there. There are so many girls that are into motocross now. We see it in the classes at Loretta Lynn's. We see it in GNCC. And I watch MXGP all the time. I admit I'm a Lottie Van Drunen fan. And JT, you know how good that girl is, and all the girls over at racing. In fact, I just saw where Fontanese won the race last time around, and it was on Mother's Day, and she's a mother. That's very impressive. So we wanted to bring it back with the girls, the WMX. They deserve a platform. We just, I hate to say it, but we kind of let them down when we went to the one-day program, and we're trying to make it up. And I'm really looking forward to the 6 rounds we have this year, and hopefully we can expand moving forward. And it's going to be a good season for both the men and the women.
Yeah, yeah, that Friday thing, that's really going to become a thing because some of those SMX and X races will take place on Friday also. So it's like back to the day and a half format. Let's put it that way. That just makes you and your crew even busier. We'll see you out in California. This one's going to be good.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'll see you guys at the races.
We told you when it takes place every weekend, Pro Motocross. The gates drop at 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon local time. So that means the gates drop at 4 Eastern from Fox Raceway, round 1. We're going to be on the air a half hour before that with a pre-race show to hype this up even more. So make that 3:30 Eastern. Tune us in then. And qualifying coverage, race day live, 10 o'clock local. That's 1 o'clock Eastern. Kicks it all off. So join us at 1 Eastern.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.